What's up, guys? Well, finally, after what seems like a lifetime, I'm back working on the VW. Well, it has certainly been a few months since I've done anything on this old girl. Uh, Obviously, you can see she's become a bit of a shed at the moment, so before I actually do anything today, I'm going to go through everything that's in here. Just clean it out, get rid of stuff, put stuff away, and then get it all sorted out from there. Then I'm really just going to spend an hour or so and just go over, just kind of refresh my mind on what I did, what I didn't do, what still needed to be done. I did get a little bit of primer back on there, but cause I think I was sanding on here, I think, if I remember. Maybe not, I don't know. Like I say, I've got to go back over it all and just really just refamiliarise myself with what I was up to. Might even go back and watch some of the old videos. It's certainly been yeah. Let's get the garage opened and let's just start clearing it all out, and then we'll take it from there. So I was just sorting through some of the stuff in the back here, and I came across this guy, which appears to be a screen wash pump, but if you look on the underside there, where's it at? Made in the USA. Don't see that very often anymore. It's like made in England. Bit of a rarity. So I'm going to put this to one side. This is just a little carton of just odds and sods that I don't honestly know where they came from. Oh, God, here we go with the jets again. Wait till this gets by. Thank you. Yeah, that's a bit better. So yeah, I never really cleared out all the little nooks and crannies in the back here, as I was mainly concentrating just on working on that side. So I decided just, I need to clean it all out, because I need to vacuum everything, because I don't want any dust floating around at all. So yeah, I was just pulling stuff out, and like I say, I found that little water pump. I'll try it later, see if it works. But it does have like a Bosch style connector. So, or whatever they call it. They've got a name, I don't remember what the name is. I think it's not a Deutsch connector, I don't know. But anyway, it's the same type of connector that you normally get on Bosch fuel injectors. Ford used them extensively. Yeah. Well, they used them in Europe extensively anyway. I don't know about the US. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Let's just get on with things. Oh, we are looking better there. Still need to get the vacuum cleaner and clean everything out, but just while I'm doing this, having one of those little moments that come along every now and again when you're on a project like this, and it's just looking at it and it just feels so overwhelming. And I know I'm not the only person that goes through this. Everybody, I think, well, maybe not everybody, but I think most people go through it when they are doing what is basically ground up restoration. And you look at it and you think, will I ever get this thing finished? And I was there with the Transit. I had a couple of occasions with the Jeep, and it's, yeah, you just feel like you're never gonna get things moving along. And particularly so because it's been such a long time since I've worked on this, and it feels like I've just completely lost all momentum with it. But it'll pass. It always does. And I think once we get back into it and start laying paint down on it again, that feeling will pretty quickly subside. It's just the way it is. I mean, sometimes, like I've said in the past, you work on these things and you seem to be working on the same thing for weeks upon weeks. Then all of a sudden, it's all done. And it's like, oh, that happened quickly. But during that period, when you actually day to day working on them, yeah, it can get a bit overwhelming, like I said. So yeah, it's you've just got to take it a little bit at a time. I mean, right now I'm looking at this going, oh God, I've got all this bodywork still to do. I've got paint to get on. I need to get that done before the summer's out. I need to get the engine in. I need to get it fired up, make sure it's, even though it's been reconditioned, to make sure it runs fine. I've got to sort the transmission out. And then you start looking at, oh my God, I've got all the interior to do, because there's literally no interior on this. And it can really, it messes with your mind, put it that way. But I think all you can do is just focus on little victories. So right now my little victory is going to be getting the rest of this cleared out and getting it vacuumed out, and then I can stand back and look at it and think, right, now I can make a plan how to move forward. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to try not to headbutt this again. I keep forgetting about this being so low, and I am tall, I'm 6'4". And I bend over and boom, I've hit that so many times. Anyway, let's just move along. Let's get things moving. There we go, that feels better. Yeah, I got vacuumed and then I went in and I've just washed everything down. So, yeah, it makes me feel a bit better. Right, I'm going to leave this for an hour or so to dry. It is a nice warm day, so it should dry quickly. And then I think I'm just going to come out and just start on this rear end. Well, it is a nice day. We're all tidied up around here, so time to start back in on this. Now, I think what I'm going to do is just, first thing, I'm just going to go all the way around this door frame and just strip it all off. And I'm trying something new. These fibre sanding discs, I honestly don't know what they're actually called, but I'm going to give one a go, see what it turns out like. So yeah, first thing I need to do though is I need to get this off. Just remove that, then it's out of the way and out of harm's way basically. Well, before I went any further, I know I still got to take that off, but I just wanted to try it out. And damn, these things are good. I mean, it just literally a few seconds took that off, and it just leaves such a nice key on the metal. I am seriously impressed. I will be having some more of those. But yeah, what can I say? Seriously impressed. Wow, literally about 4 minutes. And it just leaves the metal so nice. Obviously I've still got bits to take off on there, but because I can't get into it with the wheel, but damn, I mean, I'm seriously impressed. This is yeah. Now, I actually saw these on another YouTube channel called Sarah Entune, or Sarah Entune. I'll stick a link in the description below. It's a good channel. I really enjoy it. She does some really nice projects. But yeah, that's where I first saw anybody using these. And I was at the Newark Auto Jumble recently. Didn't have a walk around. I was there selling stuff, so couldn't really leave the stall. But yeah, a guy a couple of stalls down was selling them, and it was like, oh, I'm going to try those. And the good thing as well is that even on the grinder, you don't get any heat into the metal. I mean, there's just very little heat going into the metal, which I really like. So yeah, that's a definite thumbs up from me. I'll have to find out I'll have a look around and see what they actually call them. I think she was calling them waffle biscuits or something like that. I don't think she knew what to call them either. So anyway, whatever they call them, they're great. Although, one word of warning. They throw stuff absolutely everywhere. So I'm using face shield. I've also got a dust mask on because this is a vehicle of this age. I have no idea what's in the paint, so obviously protect your lungs and all of that, and just for me it protectors. It's yeah, but yeah, otherwise good stuff. Oh, we're definitely moving along there. Now, I'm not shooting a lot of video because it's basically me sanding. I mean, that's what it is. The goal is, what I would like today is, I'd like to get this whole back section all sanded down ready so that I can get it into high build later today. Ideally, that's my goal. Whether it'll happen or not, I don't know. Yeah, overall, it's not too bad. But as usual, a little bit of archaeology. Obviously, I don't think this hatch is original to the van because I've cut through to what I think is the original paint, and it's almost a purple. It's either a very French ultramarine blue, which has got a lot of purple in it, but down here, the engine cover, I cut through to that, and that is basically green. And we do know from past experience the actual van itself was blue. So yeah, and oh, the inside of that hatch is actually painted red. The engine cover, I mean. So yeah. So I am continuing to work on this side, but what I've done is at the moment I've just put some red oxide on there. Sole purpose is just to get an even coat on so I can get my eye in and just look for imperfections. Obviously it isn't going to get high build on this, but I want to make sure there's no, you know, gaping mistakes before I actually get into putting it on. So yeah, I've just given it a nice coat of red oxide there. That'll all be sanded off, of course, but yeah, it'll just, as I said, it'll just help me get my eye in on this. But otherwise she's coming along all right there. Yeah, I'm kind of over my earlier feelings of, oh my god, this is never going to be finished. So I'm pleased about that. I actually feel like I'm making progress again. Well, I was hoping to get the high build on tonight, but I'm not sure about that now. I've got some stuff up for sale. Somebody's due to come out and see it. So by the time they are here, or by the time this is dried, they get here and I get everything sorted out, it's probably going to be getting dark. So I think I'm just going to wrap it up here today. I'm just going to leave this open for now, let this dry off, and then I'll cover it up tonight, and then tomorrow, before I do anything, this will get all wiped down with panel wipe, and then it'll get coated with corrosion neutralizer. So no worries about any issues of, you know, anything being on there that shouldn't. So, but yeah, it's come along all right today. I mean, it's been a long day. We started off just clearing everything out and making some space and sorting stuff out. So it was just about the lunchtime before I actually got started on this. So, you know, hasn't been a bad day's progress. Anyway, I'm going to go take a shower before they get here, and yeah. Well, it's morning once again. It's actually a few days later. I haven't really gotten anything done out here, obviously, other than turning the van back into a shed again. But it's just been too windy. It's just been nice weather, but just a lot of wind. Obviously, you can see the ground's wet. It was raining during the night, but that's not too bad. So, the plan. Well, I don't have a plan, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get the doors out and just start flattening off the high build on them, get them into epoxy if I can. Forecast does say it's going to be showery today, so we'll have to just play it by ear, see what happens. But like I said, I think the main thing is just get those doors into I think the main thing is just get those doors out and just get them flattened off, so I can get epoxy on them if the weather holds up. So I had forgot that I was actually in the middle of repairing this door when it was packed away. So what I've basically done is I've went ahead and continued that work. So it was actually just a split in the metal there, but when I really started to get into it, what I found was that the metal was actually it was too thin to weld. So I've just cut a section out and I've got a new piece welded in there. Obviously it still needs some finishing work done on it, but it's nice and solid there now. But yeah, I had forgotten all about that, but you know, it's there, it's done, it's in. So yeah, so what I'm going to do is put a little bit more fill in a couple of these spots and just smooth it off. Same on the front edge here. Well, there we go. Now I've just hit it with red oxide for the moment because there's a couple of other bits that I need to do. Also, given that it's just a quick coat. And but yeah, I'm still not happy with the profile on this, so I think I'm going to come back and do a bit of sanding on that. But yeah, it's getting there. It's not quite as far along as I thought it was, but you know, that's the way it goes. It's 5 months, 4 or 5 months since I last worked on this door, so it's been a long time. Well, I'm happy with that now. Obviously I've washed it all down. I'm going to leave it for an hour just to dry off, then I'll come back out, blow it over with some compressed air, tack it down, and we will get some. I'm going to go with high build first and get that laid down, flatten that off, and then epoxy it. Okay, there's the final coat of high build. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to leave this to flash off. Then I'm going to pull the rack out so I can get in behind the door, and I need to start shooting down all inside of the various nooks and crannies and all of that to get the inside sealed up. But like I say, I want this outside to flash off first. In fact, I may even give it 30 minutes or so. I go and have some lunch or something and then come out just to make sure it's all nicely tacked up and everything. Well, there we go. She is looking a lot better there now. Obviously this is grey epoxy, not white, but that's okay. A lot of this will be covered with the door card, so I'm running low on the white, and I won't be able to get any more until the middle of next week, so I'm not using it in areas that you can't see. Anyway, this will now have to sit for 12 hours, which basically at this point it's going to be tomorrow. So I'm going to leave this overnight. Then tomorrow I'm going to pull the side door out and just have a once over, just double check everything. I think that was ready for epoxy, but I want to pull it out and just make sure. I think it may need sanding with 600 grit. I don't remember. We'll figure that out tomorrow. Obviously, with this drying here, I'm not going to do any sanding around this. Anyway, that's that for now. If I can get this and the side door completed ready tomorrow, then what the idea is, I'm going to hit it with the white epoxy. Now, the only reason why I haven't used the white epoxy on the internal sections of this door is I'm running low on it. I've been to the supplier. They can't get me any until Wednesday, maybe Thursday of next week. So I'd rather be using it in areas where I can progress with the project, basically. So I've mentioned this before. This area is terrible for... the suppliers just don't carry a lot of stock. They carry the stuff that they sell frequently, and it's just the way it is. You know, that's just the way it is. There's nothing I can do about that. So, yeah, I have got white primer on order. It should be here later in the week. But what I've got left will allow. There should be enough left to do the there should be enough left to do the outside of this door and do the outside of the side door, the sliding door, and the parts of the frame that you can see. So, and that's tomorrow's goal, to get this door and the side door into the white epoxy. Then, of course, it's going to have to sit another 12 hours, but while that's drying, I then can start, well, I think we should be able to get some colour on it. I mean, I don't see any reason why we can't get into this with some colour at that point. And yeah, we'll take it from there. I do have a few things to do later in the week. It's Monday at the moment. I have some stuff on order for the transit which I need to get done, and so basically today, tomorrow, well, today is over now, so but Tuesday and Wednesday, and then do some work on the transit. I'm going to the Auto Jumble on Sunday, so you know, I would like to have this door, the side door, and maybe some of this actual side of this van. I'd actually like to have that in colour. You know, I've been talking about this throughout this video, and it's been teasing, but it's I've never quite gotten there. But yeah, I would like to get at least, well, actually it would be from I don't know if I'd do around this wheel arch, this fender or anything yet. I'll see how that goes, but ideally this door, and this section and around the back of the van in colour, in base. That would be my ideal day tomorrow. Well, next couple of days. Anyway, let me get all of this gear put away. Like I said, I don't want to do anything more out here because I don't want to throw dust and everything into that panel, even though it's on the inside. Yeah, and that's it for now. We'll be back tomorrow. Well, it's obviously the next day, and I have gone over the entire door with 800 grit, and now I'm just going to rinse her off there, and we will get the side door out and we'll start doing some work on that. Well, there we go. It is breezy today, so I'm not going to get any paint shot on it, but and this is one of the problems here. I mean, literally, this was washed 10 minutes ago. You can feel the dust on it already. Yeah, it's just a very dusty area, unfortunately. Not a lot I can do about it. That's why there was a huge amount of wet sanding. But, you know, and the same problem over at the shop. I mean, it's you know, the big yard there. I mean, just the slightest breeze and it's just got dust in the air. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some soap and water. I'm going to wash this down again, wash that one down again. And that should be them done for the time being. Let them dry off, and then after that we'll be mix up some. Wait a minute, we got a dent there. We've got a dent. God damn it! When did that happen? I don't believe it. When has that happened? Well, that certainly put a kink in the things. And it's right. I might be able to get in behind there with a hammer and dolly and dolly that out. That bites big style. Well, I've been working on the door now for the past hour or so. what I've done is I've topped that out basically as best I can. I've virtually got the contour back there now, so all I'm doing right now is just skimming over the top and just getting the final shape to the door. Not a lot of filler on there. I don't like using lots of filler, maybe 1/16 of an inch at the most. So yeah, it is what it is. You know, parts are stored. You know, it's not like it's a secure garage or anything. I mean, there's gardening equipment and everything else in here, so it's unfortunate that it's happened, but you know, that's what it is. You just got to roll with it. So anyway, I'm going to let this this thin layer cure, and then I will get back to sanding again, and hopefully by, well, I don't know if I'm going to get the epoxy and everything on there now. The door is ready for it, but I don't know if you can see the ground's wet. We're having intermittent showers, so I don't really want to be putting the epoxy on it when it's showery. So it has been almost a week since the last bit of footage I shot on this. The weather's just been dreadful. I know I said I wasn't going to mention it again, but the tent has taken a bit of a beating there. We've lost it over that side completely. So right now I'm just doing a few bits and pieces. I've just been getting it tidied up. Obviously I've put the epoxy liner down in there, and that's come out really nice. I'm happy with that. Have done a little bit more of the epoxy sealer around these edges here. Hopefully I'm going to get into those tomorrow with some actual colour. Yeah, I've got a complete new top ordered for the tent, so I'm probably going to be taking a few days just to get that, assuming the weather holds. But I've also I've done around the edges of these with the epoxy primer, so that's going to take overnight to dry. So I've just got those stuck to one side just in the sunlight. I'll move them inside the tent later, although there's not a lot of point at the minute because the roof is completely split on both sides, but it doesn't matter. Just ignore that for the minute. Main thing is the van. So what I'm hoping to do tomorrow is, this epoxy takes 12 hours, so that's going to put it till tomorrow. I will come back, I'll wet sand it with the 600 grit as I usually do, and then hopefully, like I say, if all goes well and it's not raining, I'm going to get I'll get the white on in all the various places. I'll also get the insides of these doors done. That's the goal. I want to get all the white work done on the inside of these doors. Obviously I'm not painting where the panels go. Some of the sound deadening, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put sound deadening in here. I'm not putting any inside the main door itself, but I will order some, and I'll do all of the interior panels here and everything as well, so that's all to come. But for now, main thing is to get some of the actual colour onto it. Hopefully, like I say, if the weather holds, next couple of days I'll get that done, and then over the weekend the new canopy should be here for the tent, so I'll be able to get the van pulled out up the driveway there, and I'll drop the entire tent down to the ground, put the new canopy and everything on. I have gone for a light coloured one. I was looking for white, but I haven't been able to find white, but it's like a creamy colour, but it is lighter, so it'll brighten this place up a little bit. Anyway, yeah, I'm kind of at a standstill now, so I'm on just finishing a few things on the Transit there. Obviously I've now got that up for sale. I'm kind of sad. I've been enjoying driving around in it. I've put a few 100 miles on it, and yeah, I've been enjoying the Transit. One thing I'm going to do today though is Central locking on the back door stopped working again, and I don't know why. I'm gonna get into it, figure that out, and yeah, because obviously I can't do anything more on the VW here. So yeah, that's just kind of where I'm at the moment. Well, eventually I've got that door epoxied, and I've also got the side door epoxied. It's sitting up here at the moment. Anyway, thank goodness I did not have a plan this video, because if I had, it would have been completely out the window. Nevertheless, yeah, I genuinely thought I would have had colour on at this point, but obviously, that hasn't happened. So I think with that in mind, I'm just going to bring this video to a close. Everything is now ready to start applying colour, so that is one thing. So in the next video on this van, hopefully you're not going to see me repairing doors and sanding doors. You're going to actually see me putting the actual colours on it. So come back and see just what happens. Anyway, yeah, like, subscribe, take care, and come back and see me sometime.